Hello everyone, welcome back to Hermitcraft Season 11, Episode 14. Today, we're gonna do so much building. I have big plans. As I'm sure you're aware, we have been building up this sort of gothic-inspired high fantasy mega build. It's a very large build, probably the largest I have ever attempted in survival mode, and I plan to build it to that block way up there. That's gonna be the maximum height of the top roof, which means we have spent a lot of episodes at this point spreading out fairly horizontally. We worked on some of the landscaping and we got these two wings here, and we haven't really gone up all that far at all. So today, we're gonna change that. It is officially time to give this build the height it deserves, and I'm gonna start today by actually marking out kind of a goalpost out of temporary blocks. Of course, this is not going to be the permanent height, I suppose, but I just want to kind of give you a little taste for where I'm aiming for today. Cheeky little reminder while I'm building here, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. We're going to be working on this base all season, so if you're excited to see the outcome, pressing the subscribe button is a great way to support. Oh boy, yeah, we are getting way closer to the top with that. Oh my gosh. It's so fun to mark things like that in. That's really tall. Okay, we are going to try to work all the way up to there today, which means these towers that have kind of had a flat top for a while are officially going to get a much needed glow up today. All right, if we're going to do all this building, we're going to need some resources. This is a golden bartering farm that we set up fairly early on in the season, and what's nice about it is Impulse put a basalt generator here as well. So I can grind a bunch of this block that I need, while the rest of the blocks that I need are being generated down there. Yep. This is my life now. Shulker box of basalt acquired. That'll do. I actually need a bunch of smooth basalt, so I'm gonna put some of that in here. Heal my pickaxe. Thank you, villagers. I realize I don't think I've ever shown you my strip mine. This is where I've gotten all of my diamonds and, more importantly, all of my deep slate. It's actually rather relaxing gathering deep slate. I normally pull up another Hermit's episode or something and catch up on what's going on the server whilst doing a bit of mining. It's really good. Now that I have deep slate, basalt, smooth basalt, ooh, quartz, diorite, and also all of the stone that anybody could literally ever want. Thank goodness there's a bunch of hermits that tore down mountains. I haven't had to mine stone this whole season, and it's like the main thing I'm building out of. We can officially get started, and we are starting up here on these towers. There's two of them. Well, no, scratch that. There's four of them. Today, all of my energy is going to be focused upwards because I'm working towards a really big goal on this build. Kind of one of the centerpieces of the entire build, a rose window. I want to build a rose window really badly. It's going to look absolutely beautiful above the entrance on this part that I just built up temporarily there. And I really would love to get that in to show you. But in order to do that, I need to get all of these supporting towers in place, so we got a lot of work to do. While I am working, let me tell you a little bit about this build. You see, I'm extremely excited to show you this part of the build because I have actually planned this portion of the build all the way back in 2023. Now, I didn't know it would be my Season 11 base in 2023, but I knew I wanted to build something really big in survival mode at some point in my career. But I also knew that doing that would take a lot of practice. Here is a screenshot of one of the original practice structures I did 3 years ago, and it's basically what I'm making today in survival, but I've made several improvements since then. If you haven't been following my career since before I joined Hermitcraft, you may not know this, but I started out my career and fell in love with Minecraft because of creative mode. I love using Minecraft as a tool to sculpt things and create art, but when I started playing survival mode a lot more, I almost lost sight of that a little bit. Over the last 3 years, I've been practicing building a lot more off camera and just for my own enjoyment. I never delete anything that I practice, even if I hate it. And it's because of that that I'm able to build this structure today. A centerpiece for my best mega build ever, and it's taken mostly from a build that I did not like 3 years ago, but decided to stick with and try to improve. You know what though, the creative mode version of me could be a little bit nicer to the survival mode version of me because why am I having a diorite face? 8 towers, 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 diorite towers. I have placed over 13,000 blocks of diorite to build this so far, and I'm not done. I'm not done because these are really tall diorite towers, and I believe closer to the top I have 4 more planned. It's a lot of diorite. I'm not mad at it. Listen, the diorite actually looks really good when you zoom out. It really does create this lovely line going all the way up. I'm not mad at it, but diorite, I really picked diorite. I think in that original screenshot that I just showed you, the block that I actually used in place of this was cobblestone. So there was a point in this creative process where I thought, oh, I'll be nice to myself in survival mode. And then I kept going, and now I have all the diorite on the server. 8 diorite towers. 8 of them. 8. Now that I've had a mild crash out over diorite, I am left with some towers that resemble a tiered wedding cake. This is the part of the process where we must trust the process because it's time for details now. I do actually want to detail a bunch of this before we move into the center because I think it'll just make the whole thing a lot more cohesive. Problem is, this does mean I need like every block. I need all of the blocks. I don't even know what I need exactly. I just know I need everything. I think I need andesite. I'm gonna need a happy gas. This right here is exactly why I wanted the happy gas in order to build in this style. It's like I'm in creative mode, but I'm not. I'm not in creative mode. It's so awesome. I think this stripiness is a bit too stripy. I'm gonna bring this down and maybe do that. Yeah, did I bring any basalt with me? I did. Yeah, that already makes a really big difference. I don't want it to be like too stripy, and it's kind of the opposite of what's happening here. That works. I think one of my favorite details with this entire build has been just the subtle red details that I can get throughout the entire thing. We're doing a lot of red, obviously, in the roofs, but in little towers like this, we can also include a lot of red. This is such a tiny little tie-in of the detail from the black terracotta to the nether brick to the fence. But when you zoom out, I think that really contributes to the shape of this tower overall. It's doing a good job of holding up the next structure. Oh, goodness. I knew this day would come. We're finally at the height of this mega build where we're gonna have to deal with snow. And as a Canadian in March month, I cannot even begin to describe to you how sick of snow I am. I never want to see it again. It has been an incredibly snowy winter, and that is gonna put me over the edge. It's fine. I dealt with this in season 9 as well. It is a side effect of choosing to live in a taiga, which is unfortunately one of my favorite biomes. If you go too high, it becomes snowy. And it seems like these towers are going to get covered in snow slowly, so we'll probably have to just put string down or something. Anything to not have to shovel it, honestly. Snow aside, those towers are looking great, and I think they need a friend now, so let's finish off those diorite towers as well. I'm actually going to stop using diorite for them here, and we're going to transition into quartz and pale oak. Nice little gradient for us, as a treat. And as you can see, with those 2 towers in, we just got a lot more supportive in this whole entire area, which is great because that's gonna hold up the next layer of our build and, of course, our rose window. I am super pleased with how this is all coming together. However, I've been very spoiled in that we haven't actually had to do all that much. What is going on there? Oh, don't mind me. Just fixing the build. Anyways, I could probably pick at details all day, but I shall not because we have a mission, a resource gathering mission. As I was saying, we've been very spoiled. We haven't actually gathered a whole lot of things because so many hermits have torn down mountains that I got a lot of diorite and also a ton of stone from the hermits, which has been amazing. I appreciate them a ton. However, for my next trick in the detailing of this base, I need gilded black stone. okay, well, I don't need it, but it would just look really good if we had some gilded blackstone. I just think gilded blackstone would look so good right at the top of these towers. So that's why I haven't continued them yet, because I want the next accent color up there to be gold. You're literally barely even gonna see it because it's so high up, but it's worth it, okay? It's worth it to me. I need it. Which means I also need to get on some good gold armor, which I'm sure I have somewhere. Maybe not. Yo, I would enchant this real quick, but I just realized I've never actually brought my enchanting setup over here. It's still in the bridge, which actually I might leave it there and just make a second enchanting table over here. Because I think I have a bunch of bookshelves. Yeah, from the villagers. More books, please. Thank you. Okay. With this, I should be able to craft up a new enchanting table. And we have all of these towers that I've been working on. These are all going to need something in them. And honestly, it'll probably be like staircases a lot of the time is what's in these. But for now, I think a little enchanting table setup might be exactly what we need. Okay, that's cute. I can't wait to actually give this place a proper library and stuff on the inside. It's not the focus of today, though. We mustn't get distracted by interiors. No matter how much I would love to drop everything and build a library. Ooh, a little bit of fire protection. It's not a super great enchant, but we're going to the nether, so yeah, I'll take it. I think if I just fly through the nether long enough... What is that? What's going on? I should be able to stumble across a bastion that hopefully hasn't been raided yet. Oh, goodness. Excuse me, gas. Yep, don't mind me. Just coming through. There we go! Finally! A bastion! Okay. Now, if only I was a speedrunner, I would know exactly what to do here. Look at all the gilded blackstone. Oh, I'm so excited and nervous. I'm very, very nervous. Sorry, dude. You are gonna have to go. Thank you. Yep. Nailed it. Who's angry? Nobody? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is totally fine. Soul speed and some gilded blackstone. Let's go. Unfortunately, dude, I think you're going to be mad at me. So why don't you get in the hole? Thank you. Woo! No! I'm such a noob. My ego is once again bruised. My speedrunning career is not off to a great start, but I have some backup gear and I really want those pretty blocks, so this is definitely worth it. Recovery mission is a go. Listen, sometimes I'm just in pretty block mode and not play the game well mode. They're two different modes, okay? It's fine. We'll go get the pretty blocks. All right. I'm back. Oh, you're just trading my gold? Come on. Stupid. Give me my pants. Ooh, banner pattern. I'm gonna choose to go home now while things are on the up. And half a stack of gilded blackstone should be more than enough to get me started. Why is there an Etho on my gas?
Yes. I need some advice. Pearl, do you know her schedule?
She's definitely asleep right now.
She's sleeping now? Okay. Because I got to move that snowman today, and I don't want to get caught mid-build.
Oh, and you're going to move it to Pearl?
Well, she tried to save it, so it's friends with her now.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, she normally goes to bed after her stream, so hopefully she did do that.
Okay, cool. And she sleeps 8 hours, or is she going to get up in like 3 hours?
She has the most mysterious sleep schedule ever, Etho, and I don't know.
I know. I'm a little nervous to do this because I think I'm going to get caught.
Well, last time we pranked her, it was around now.
Okay.
So
yeah, and she came online, didn't she?
She came online, but that's very rare. She does not normally do that.
Oh, I thought that was her.
You're so paranoid already. You're not even at her base.
Well, it's just kind of lame if you get caught mid-build, right?
Yeah, it is. Let me see. Is she online on Discord? She's not. I think you're safe.
Yeah, this is go time then, I think.
I think it's go time, Etho. I think you gotta build. I don't know how I became a pranking pearl consultant, but I will take the title gladly. Now those are some lovely pointy towers. And a very happy gas. Look at that little guy. Literally made to be all the way up there helping me. I've practiced very hard to get towers that are the correct amount of pointy, and it is surprisingly difficult because something in me, I don't know, the medieval builder, I guess, wants to do like 2 blocks high each stair, but these have to be so tall. 4 blocks steep on each one in order to get the correct amount going. And then what I've been doing is adding in all of these wall blocks. Really does make a big difference to the overall appearance and like slope of this roof, because look at that. I mean, that just works. Yeah, I'm also, just to add to the spikiness, gonna do a wall on each of these. Once I have the bigger details in, I bring in the happy gas to help me out, but all in all, this has been really fun. I'm enjoying myself very much. It's especially rewarding when you're building something like this, and every little change you make makes such a big difference to the overall appearance of the build. I mean, this has changed everything for me about the scale of this whole thing. I love how these towers frame this entrance. Now that we have our supporting towers in place on the sides, it's officially time to connect this all together with what's in the middle. We are, of course, going to do a nice rose window, which is going to be a big circle here. But before we do that, we need it to actually be able to sit on something, so I've got to make like a platform here. Although I'm very much enjoying how vertical everything is overall, we also need to include some horizontal lines in this build, or else things will look a little bit strange. Let me show you, when I finish this, what that looks like. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that just supports the whole thing. We're gonna bring the stone up to meet that, and then we'll do some details and a rose window on top. So much stone involved here. Even though this is only 3 wide right here, it's really important to me that I don't just leave this as like a flat part of the wall, because it would look really odd. I mean, it's right in the center, right at the entrance. Your eye is looking right here. So to kind of counteract that, I've done 5 wide of plain stone, which we are going to texture, and then we're gonna build up with a bunch of the stone brick to create like a little bit of an archway right here. And then we'll use some of the chiseled stone brick to create more of a cool pattern here. This is once again inspired directly from real life architecture that I looked at and took pictures of. I'll put a picture here so you can see what I'm referencing. This is Minecraft, so I wasn't able to get it quite as pointy as I maybe would have wanted, but I think the effect overall still does work. Gosh, it is really difficult to talk and build, I will admit. Did I do this wrong? Oh my gosh, it's an even number. Oh, it's not meant to be an even number now, is it? Hold on. Just a little bit too low. There we go. I've had this YouTube channel since 2011, and I still, to this day, have not mastered the building and talking thing. It's really hard. Incoming Doc. Little does he know I'm going to ruin his flight path soon with Rose Window. He flies through my build to go to the shopping district constantly. He's like a goose overhead. I don't need Mumbo's geese. I got a dock. Okay, now here's my entrance, and here's the doorway that I directly took inspiration from in real life. Huh? Okay, so it's not like a perfect replica, obviously. I wasn't going for that anyways, but I feel like you could totally see the inspiration here. Now, the only thing I'm going to do is make this base a little bit higher just so we clear the top of this first entry door. So literally just about 3 blocks. This has got to be the most bath salts I've ever used in a build. I think I need to see it with the texturing, but luckily there's a shop in the shopping district that I think sells coral, and dead coral is one of the main things that I'm going to do a lot of my texturing with. So let's head over here. Oh, this place is looking good. And yeah, there's a coral shop right here. Each stack, 3 diamonds. Okay, I think I only need 32. What's back here? 6 diamonds. Wait, hold on. 3 diamonds for the living stuff. 6 for 16 of the dead stuff. Why does it cost 3 diamonds to kill the coral? I can kill my own coral. I'm very capable of killing coral. I got this. Don't worry. Okay, now all I'm going to do is create a little bit of a shadow underneath these archways right here. Oh, I like it. I like it. It's unbelievable how much just a little bit of texturing really does help. I think we need something else, perhaps some acacia wood. Acacia is kind of that same sort of color. Only one problem. I don't actually have any acacia wood. It's okay though, because I'm sure one of my other storage systems has some, probably. Oh yes. Surely these chests are not just for show, right, Joel? Okay. Aha, yes. Thank you, Joel. Just up here in the place where it would really be the darkest, we use some of our acacia logs like this. Maybe right here. Maybe right here. Okay, yeah, that does help create that shadow, I think. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm very happy. All right, let's finish coloring in the rest of this build, shall we? Let's learn a little something while I build. A rose window is a large circular window. They're made of stained glass, which is a big characteristic of Gothic architecture, something I'm taking a lot of inspiration from. Usually a rose window has a circular shape in the center, and then other shapes radiating out like rays of light or wheel spokes. Although I'm not aiming to directly recreate real-life architecture, learning about it is really fun. For example, the bits I'm making right now are called tracery, which is ornamental open stonework. And that was a term that I didn't know before today. And there we have it, a rose window on a mega base. Oh, I'm so happy with how this is all coming together. I'm trying really hard to build it in little sections each video, and this section has definitely made a very big impact to the overall feel of this base. You can totally see how the height is really starting to come together. And I even got a few more red details in throughout this entire thing. There's still lots to do, of course. I'd like to do more designs with the stained glass and also tons more texturing. There's always more texturing. You could texture forever, I think. For today, though, I do think we've accomplished a lot. I'm super happy with it. I can't wait to build the rest of this base. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, everyone.